This is called the Medina School of Jurisprudence. This school is called the Maliki School, the Medina School of Jurisprudence. Now, we go to this side here. We said Ali and Abdullah bin Mas'ud, both were of them, they were in Kufa. Kufa, this is Iraq. This was Kufa. Kufa, Iraq. And these were the Qadi Shuraih, he was judge for 60 years, Al-Qama. And then I said the greatest scholar of Kufa was Ibrahim Naqai, and he was giving fatawa. And Shabi and Hammad, the teacher of Imam Abu Hanifa, Hammad, they were tabi'in. And then came Abu Hanifa. So Abu Hanifa, you know, Abu Hanifa, his grandfather, his name was Nu'man bin Thabit bin Zulu. He was from the Majus of Iran. His grandfather accepted Islam. So Abu Hanifa, he died in 150 Hijri. So the Imam of Medina was Imam Malik, and Imam of Kufa was Abu Hanifa. In the third generation means this is the generation of Sahaba, this is the generation of Tabi'in, and this is the generation of Taba Tabi'in. So this is the generation of Sahaba, this is Tabi'in, and this is Taba Tabi'in. And then he had a lot of students. He was a very rich man, Abu Hanifa. Very rich man. He had a business of clothes, especially silk, ladies' garments. And he was so rich that he was feeding 500 students. He was a very, very rich businessman, Abu Hanifa. And so later on, his student, Abu Yusuf, Qadi Abu Yusuf, he became Qadi. Qadi means Chief Justice. Write down your question later on. He became the Chief Justice in the Abbasi government. You see, he died in 183, and we are talking about here. See, this period here, you know, Abu Yusuf was Chief Justice. This is the time of Mansur. This is the time of Abu Hanifa. You see, and he put him in jail, and Abu Hanifa died in jail. Mansur was the ruler at that time. And Abu Yusuf, he was the Chief Justice. Chief Justice Abu Yusuf in the time of Harun Rashid. And you know, at the time of Abu Hanifa, I said here, and Malik was here. Imam Malik was this time, the same time, Malik, in Medina. Malik was in Medina, Abu Hanifa was in Kufa, Iraq, and Abu Yusuf was in Baghdad, the capital. He was in capital, Baghdad. He was the Chief Justice. And he's buried in Baghdad. Now, come to the central part here. In Mecca, Ibn Abbas, the famous Sahabi, he started giving lectures. You know, and he died in 68 Hijri. And in Mecca, he had a lot of students, including Hassan Basri was his student, and so on. So the Imam in Mecca was Ibn Jurayj. Ibn Jurayj was the Imam of Mecca. Remember, Abu Hanifa was born in 80 and died in 150 Hijri. And Ibn Jurayj also, he was born in 80 and he died in 150. The same date of birth and date of death. Both of them were contemporary. He was in Kufa, he was in Mecca. Kufa and Mecca. Now in Yemen, a man from Basra, great scholar, Ma'mar bin Rashid, he became the Imam of Yemen. Please remember, in those days, there were no photocopies. People were copying from, from book. People were memorizing Quran and memorizing ahadith. And very few knew how to write. So people were writing and writing and writing. No photocopies, no record, no audios, no videos. That was a tough job. That was a tough job. Abdullah bin Abbas had camel loads of books. Camel loads of books. The greatest scholar among the Sahaba. He died in 68 Hijri. Now, you go to Syria. Remember, Awza'i was here. Imam Awza'i. He was giving fatwa for Umar bin Abdul Aziz. He died in 157 Hijri. He died in 150. He died in 150. He died in 157. He died in 153. So all of them are contemporary. Then Imam Awza'i, a great scholar, he was the Imam in Syria, and his fatwa was accepted by everybody in Syria. Then we come to Egypt. Amr bin As, the famous Sahabi, and it says there were some other people, they conquered Egypt, and so many of the ahadith were there. And Layth bin Sa'd was the Imam of Egypt, Al-Asbahani. Originally he was from Iran, from Asbahan, but he traveled and he settled in Egypt and he became the Imam of Egypt, Layth bin Sa'd Al-Asbahani. And of course, as I said before, Hassan Basri was the Imam, and Qatada was the Imam in the city of Basra. Now comes the hero, and that hero is Imam Shafi'i. He lived only for 54 years. He was born in 150. He died in 204. But he had the knowledge of 7 cities. Now you have to understand Imam Shafi'i. If you do not understand Imam Shafi'i, you will not understand the whole game. He is the crucial man to make the history in the science of jurisprudence and in the science of hadith. When he was 13, when he was only 13, he was made Mufti of Mecca. He was only 13, and the scholars of Mecca, he was from Quraysh, he was from the Quraysh and from the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was an Arab, and when he was 13, like Ibrahim is 12 now. Yeah.
I'm going to be 13 in about 4 or 5 days.
Okay. So at that time, he memorized Quran when he was only 5, Imam Shafi'i. He became Mufti when he was 13. And then from Mecca, you see, he was raised in Mecca and Yemen. His mother was from Yemen, his father was from the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He went to Mecca, Yemen. He memorized lot of poetry from the Arabs, and he was excellent in Arabic language. Of course, he was from the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His Arabic was 100% pure. Then, in the age of 13, he goes to Medina, and he goes to Imam Malik and he says, young boy, he says, I want to be your student. He says, sorry, you are too young, and I don't want to make you my student because you got a recommendation letter from the governor, and I don't accept any recommendation from government officials. Then he said, I memorized your book, Mu'atta.